now in the Ramadan. But we have decided that we want to level up. Level up not just from a marketing plan point of view, that will happen automatically when we put the right effort in, but that we want to level up also in our thinking, that we want to level up in our skills, that we want to level up in the way of working together, that we make it happen together. This is not a time where somebody can sit on its own. Even when we sit alone at home, I actually have the feeling we see each other more often than we ever did before, because nobody was ever able actually to go to the Mitchell's Plain HOM and be at the same time in Durbanville and be at the same time in Athlone. Yeah. So now all of a sudden we do the meetings always together. We see us for the fit camp together. I never saw you working out because you made it by yourself. I saw maybe a pic on the 21-day challenge, but now we do so much stuff together. And that shows already a different way of community. So what I learned, the more I listen to all the people and hear, is people look for community right now. People look for belonging, which is a very deep, very deep feeling actually everybody wants to have. And this is where we need to understand the way we market ourselves. And this is where I must say thumbs up to Sherwin. His life was absolutely brilliant, talking about how we market actually, how we talk to people must change a little bit. So I really want to urge you there to think a little bit differently than you did your marketing in the past. We need a little bit more, we need to be a little bit more sensitive. Also how we talk with our team. We need understanding that they maybe, some of you are very close to what we develop right now. Others are not involved at all, and they just consume what we present. But that means not that they understand all the technology immediately, what we maybe absorbed in a couple of hours. Some of us, we were a weekend locked down together online on a social media course. You know that already, over 18 hours we worked together. That's different again from a technological point of view than, or technical point of view, than others who weren't there, and still you do your posting. So what I mean is social media will play a big role in the future. Zoom calls will play a big role in the future. Live on Facebook is not just something for a Liesel, a Sherwin, or a Bea because we did it now. It's for all of you. You want to learn the skills to do a live. There's quite a big draw actually from people to go into the live trainings on, or the live session, what you do on your timeline actually. But it needs a little bit of skills. And with some of you, I shared already the training, what we had. So it's really applying new skills. And what we decided, and this is where I actually want to open up a little bit the conversation here and the discussion probably. Hopefully we have a little bit of discussion, because we have now our platform on the WhatsApp. They communicate well. And what I like a lot is actually that we put so much input in from all of us, where we actually give the people all the time ideas with the big five today. Amina, you shared that video clip and how you use it basically to explain to your customers to have the big five. I see the post from Vidat recently, how she shared how she sells the product. So we need to be active there to give our members all the time. And I come at the end actually to the Royalty Club, what I shared with you as well. So we need to give our guys all the time now ideas how we market the products, what we do on a daily basis. And I want to engage you that you are also sooner or later make a live on our Life Changing Hero group, that we actually have an agenda, maybe every day one person. I think too many is too many, But if we have one person who prepares herself, himself, where we share just how do I market at the moment? How did I get my customers this month? How did I get my members this month? So that we have always sharing different ideas. So we will have basically 2 learning platforms for our members. So this is already, maybe you want to make notes for that. It's very important to remember. We have the life-changing hero group, where we put basically a members training together, and that will improve. So we will declutter it. I shared recently, we need to declutter it. There's a lot of old stuff in it, which we need to just eliminate, that it's more, that you have more overview. But I dream actually that we make like a 30-day structured training where a new member is guided from the very first day they sign up. That's my dream, that we develop that as quick as possible. My dream is even that we have something like a little member challenge going on. I know Olivia likes that. Where we have maybe over the month that they get points for whatever they do, yeah, and a member gets a prize. I mean, for those who are not on my 21-day challenge, I did it now in February and on March, and I didn't validate on the kilogram they have lost. I just validated on the activity they did in the group, and they got a prize. And the one actually I had now from March, she won a pack of Procore, and she doesn't use Procore at all, and she's a member, so she's actually a brand new member using her standard program and gets now the very first time Procore, and she's super thrilled and excited. And I made even a personal call to her, so there's lots of excitement. So I think something like that, I would like to have that on our life-changing hero group. So I'm talking the whole time. I want to hear from you a little bit how you feel about the changes and what we have done so far. Does it confuse you? You like that idea to have a members training? How do you feel about everything?
I think it's both. From my side, I think it's from where everything is moving. I think that is a good idea to do like the no challenge skin thing. So on the life-changing thing, one for the products. Oh, makes sense. So like a challenge, like we're gonna run on the no filter challenge. It's gonna be the skin one. So one for the products, if we can run one like that. And then also, yes, people, it's all about show and do. So people is gonna do what they see. So yeah, if we are more active on Facebook, I think we all adapting to becoming more active on Facebook on the life changing page, because I even forgot to log in on the training earlier. I'm sure we can learn together, we pull through together. That's for me. So I'm excited to learn. Everything is new for me. I'm not really a social freak. I was more WhatsApp status is quick to update the status. Already, yes, I'm on Facebook, but I haven't been really active a while. So I'm just getting back used to being active.
How do you feel currently, Nuran? Because you still run your business and your job, and you have family obviously to sort out. You are almost every morning on the Fit Club. And very involved also with the Fit Club and certain trainings to put together. How do you feel currently about the situation and the support structure we are building? Do you feel it's a good way moving forward? Seeing always what do we want to achieve? We want to have a good support for our customer, and we want to have a good support for our member in the future. And obviously we want to create something where we get more customers and more members, and develop also more members to supervisors. How do you feel with the direction we take at the moment, and how do you feel it in combination with your main job right now?
Okay, so I basically with my main job right now, I've got time on my hands because I'm not allowed to work. I'm not allowed to go out there due to the lockdown. So I'm not able to do my main job. So that is why I've got all the time to give it to my life and whatever. But prior to that, I'm actually very exciting because I've always wanted to do something totally online. And I think that is my I'm changing it from doing something physical with a client or a customer and adapting to doing it total online. I'm a good communicator. I can communicate well with people. So I like the fact that where we're moving towards to do it totally online on a Facebook or however we're going to do it. So I'm excited. I make time. I try and prioritize my time around everything. But like I say, right now I do have a lot of time on my hands because I'm not able to do my day job.
Brilliant, brilliant. This is something what you say right now. This is where I must honestly say, just before I went onto the call, I had a chat with Elsa Nim, president team. You know her. We are friends, and so I called her, and we were just chatting. How are you? How is it going? Blah blah blah. And by the way, I will send you later on because they make online HRM tomorrow evening. And she invited me for the following week. So she asked me to be already on the call tomorrow evening, but she said, you can send it to your team as well. So we can use it if you want to, and you can invite people for, so I will send it later on or as soon as I get it from Elsa. But anyhow, we were discussing actually, as much as we worked always from home, with the lockdown, it's again now completely different working from home. I don't know how Lisa, who also works full time, feels it now. I need to organize myself completely different when it comes to tracking my business, working with social media, and working just online. That you get things done, you get so quickly. I talk now. I don't talk for you, but I get so quickly distracted, and you find yourself an hour later having not done what you actually wanted to do, but you commented here and commented there and were looking there, and this was an interesting live to watch, and you haven't made any contacts. And this is quite interesting for me, or haven't made your follow-up, or having a tracking list now, or writing down the people I chat to online, that I write down the names on a list in a book. I started actually a book now, that I follow up on them. If not, I lose them and forget them to make a follow up and all of that stuff. And it's new for me. I feel personally like a brand new member. This is why I needed that chat tonight to talk to you, how you feel, and are we going the right direction? I mean, you're supervisors, you have members in your team, you want to grow. Some of you want to grow till the end of the year to the get team level, or all of you probably. So we want to have the structure right, and want to look all the time where somebody struggles maybe to understand, because if we struggle, we are not one team, and we don't want to leave somebody behind, as long as you are willing to put the effort in it to learn the skills. So I appreciate that you're here. But I think with that, you opened up and wanted to say something, so I shut up now.
No, Priya, I just wanted to say I'm so excited about the business now than what I was. I feel exactly like a brand new member, but I feel so much support, and that is making me eager to want to do the business. I don't know if it's the lockdown, but I like the things we have in place. Like, first, I was excited because we're doing the Fit Club, and I'm gonna have to coach the Fit Club. I'm gonna have to. So I started to get more eager. I started to post more. And then the no filter challenge came in, and I got more excited. And I was like, no, I want to do this business. But the interactiveness that we're getting now, like even today's lunch call, all you hear is, how do you grow your members? We all attend meetings. We all attend meetings. That's what everybody's saying. But I felt I was so busy with school. I didn't even read my WhatsApps coming through. I didn't even notice what was happening. But now I'm so eager to learn. I'm always on WhatsApp. I'm attending all the meetings, and I'm learning so much more. So I like where we headed, and I like this support that we have. because I might not understand Aptogolic, but I might understand someone else better in the group. So I love that we have, and even the schools, it makes it better to understand each other. Even the lives, like I can't explain to my member how to do Facebook or how to go on the things, but Sherwin could explain it better than what I could. But now my member is still learning, so I like that. The weekly things, it's a lot because it goes through every week. But I've seen, we had a member on last week, and he learned so much from that call. And he wasn't on the week before because he just signed up. So yes, it's a lot for every week, but there might not be the same members on every week. So I like that it's in place every week. That's just how I feel with this, the new direction we're going into. I think we need to continue this way.
So your feeling is good, and also with family and teaching from home now and all of that, you get everything.
Yes, I'm like I told you, I'm doing online classes and I'm doing Zoom classes. But because I'm at home, I've scheduled my time so that I have time for Herbalife. And like you said, we were at the weekend, so I got myself a book, and I divided my book up into product information, meeting information, and members. Now, every time someone asks me online or wherever the person would ask me, we're interested, I write up their name and I do a profile. So I've got already 6 pages in here because that is my 6 new members I got. So once a week I'll check in with them, or twice a week I'll check in with them and things like that. But because I have it in my book now, it keeps me on track. So I think the things that we learned now, it's really helping me. I'm like excited to do the job. Like I said, I don't know if it's because of the lockdown and I have more time, or if these meetings are just allowing me to schedule more time in.
I think we don't want to have a life after lockdown anymore. I think we just keep lockdown.
Yes. I was telling Aptogolic. Can I give up my day job?
My suggestion would be we make that weekend away again. That was great. And then we make lockdown again. I think that works quite well together.
Yes, yes.
It really helped.
Pia, I would just like to add to something, if no one's going to say anything else.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm listening to everybody's vibe, and it's like, wow, it's awesome. And I'm like super amped. And yes, it's complicated times. But like I told someone today, when there's difficulty, you've got to look at the challenges. Don't look at the challenges. Look at what you can achieve in this time. And what I've discovered, I've also changed my tactic. Instead of speaking about healthy living, and instead of targeting weight loss and weight gain, I've actually attacked people's way of thinking, and I've targeted the way of thinking, because we must remember people are depressed, people are low on energy, people are low on self-esteem. So all I do is I send a video of myself and a clip, and I talk about like say in a group or friends or so, and I'll just say a positive message to them, like the power of our mind, what we can do with our mind, what we read feed our mind, just about the mind. So once you hit that nerve, and they will start to open up to you about the personal things. And once you start to open up about the personal things, then you can push the product forward to them. You know, I used to feel like that. I use this night works now. I struggled sleeping. I was restless. Now my night is awesome. I'm sleeping right through like a baby. And then you push the product. But what I like about this platform here is like, and the rest of you, is that I've thought about something, and I thought about why not combine the product like in a brochure form with a specific exercise to target specific things. Like if you say, I want to lose weight, then Noor, okay, what do you have for me? The Noor should have his brochure in a video, in a video showing you the products you must use to lose that weight, and with a little bit of exercise that is doable for everybody on every level. Like to do that exercise, take that product and stay positive with a positive message attached to that, like on the corner, which is like a phrase. Like example, you are what you eat. That's just an example, but if we can come up with a collective phrase that we say, look, this is what we're going to do for the person that needs to target, he wants to build muscle. Okay, if one sport, Formula 1 sport, This is what I do, my protein, my fiber. This is what I eat. This is my peanut butter. This is my Evo. This is the exercises I do. And I say in a small clip attached to that. So I was thinking in that line, I don't know if I sound like that can work, but if we can do that as a group, because I can't do everything, but if I can use Olivia on the weight loss program attached to the, with the brochure of Olivia and how she achieved the goals and what the process she went through, what the brochure attached with the video, attached with the products that she used. And I think if we do it that way and as a group, I think we will be awesome in this time of lockdown.
Great, thank you, thank you. We need innovations. We need to think out of the box. So what you're doing is thinking out of the box. I really like that. Somebody wants to comment on that, what Noor was saying, or do you have something? We just note a little bit what everybody brings to the table.
On that is my approach also recently. What I've been doing is creating curiosity. So certain posts is to catch somebody, and then I look at who's viewing, and then I make a conversation, not going directly into speaking about Herbalife or anything. I have a lot of friends or ex-colleagues that is on my Facebook and wherever else. So I'm kind of just reconnecting, building a relationship with them. And then because of my post, our conversations ends up talking about, yo, you look great, what, and that is how. But then also, before I always just used to just go into product. So now my approach is also different since now, I would say since all the training that I've attended is I'm offering more business opportunity, but then explaining for me. So what I'm doing is building a relationship. From there, I set up an appointment for those, especially that I know the workers at risk, they're in fear as to of income, and this is a big thing for us. So I'm creating, and then I set up an appointment. Okay, when are you going to have 20 minutes for me? It's going to take 20 minutes, and then we can have a discussion. And that is how my whole entire day goes. So I'm doing basically the business opportunity. And if some of them say yes, some of them say no, some of them is hyped up. Some of them don't have the money to start right now, but at least I'm creating my list of people I can follow up with every day, every second day. And then I also do my follow-ups with my existing members, customers. Some of them is also in financial difficulties right now. Some of them lost jobs. So the business opportunity is really a big for me right now, and that is what I am based. That is what I'm doing currently. Yeah. So that also we do have like what's his name now? We do have the structure is there if you gonna build muscle, if you wanna gain muscle, or if you wanna lose weight. Those structures is there, but I know what your request is as a team. We use one formula, like with a recording to that. But then also understand everybody's cell phones don't allow the recording to play type of thing. So I don't know. That is just my opinion or suggestion.
I would like to make a suggestion there quickly. Nuran, you shared just with us how you make basically contact with people regarding the business and how you start to list your list now basically with people to follow up and how you follow up. If everybody agrees, then I would suggest Nuran for our live tomorrow on Facebook on Life Changing Heroes, and explains us there exactly, not just to us, also to our members, how we can make contact with people, can make them curious about the business, and can then take up a conversation, have a valid conversation. Maybe you have a couple of scripts for us, and you can share that maybe on a 15 or 20-minute live on Facebook tomorrow. Everybody agrees?
Okay.
I mean, it's just now a suggestion.
Yes.
Maybe it's just me I'm interested, but everybody
Yeah.
okay?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
You've chosen Nuran. Do you accept?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yes,
Doesn't
yes, I
have a
have my
choice.
entire full names and people that I've been speaking to and stuff.
Awesome.
And it's actually working. Those that was on the weekend, the scripts that we made. I'm using those scripts. That's why I mentioned it in the group there that those scripts actually work. Just make use of it. And I
Awesome.
follow that script word for word. Obviously, depending on the conversation, but I don't miss a question. And it's working because many of them understand, especially where they're at, and even I myself, my day job is no work, no pay. So I know where those people is, what their fear is, but I work on solutions. So if I don't get out there and do the work, then I'm not going to get anywhere. And that is just the flow that I'm going.
Yeah, super, super. I like that, Nuran. So when you share that all with us, because obviously here we are a circle of leaders now, but there's so many members in our team, and we have now brand new members. What I see with our brand new members, what I like is they are hot. When I say they are hot, they want to learn. Hi, Inga. Lovely seeing you here. Awesome. So Nuran, we're looking forward to that one. Back to my initial question, Ricardo came in the meantime in Inga Shanaz. My initial question was, besides the words I found before, is when we look at our support structure, what we are busy still building, but what we have already changed, how do you like it? Are you overwhelmed? Do you like it? Do you find your feet into it? We all struggle still maybe a little bit with our time management or with our being organized, but this is something we need to conquer. Noor, I don't want to put away what you said. What I would like to ask you is, and that's for all of us, while we are busy working on certain projects, we get new ideas. And Noor, what I would like you to do, and all the others as well, if you get a new idea where you say, and we could do this and we could do that, make an idea list. Make somewhere a list. I have a list like that existing, yeah. But if we work on too many different projects right now, I think we struggle to have one proper ready, and that everybody understands it, and we still, I fill you in later on what we work right now, that everybody is on the same page. But it's certainly something very interesting, Noor, and I know already where we could fit it in, and remind me in a couple of minutes that I share with you where I think we could fit it in, but maybe not right now. Yeah, but it could be also something where you already make a little bit the test field, and then we can work on it on a group level. But let me go back to my initial question. How do you feel right now? Maybe not everybody wants to say something, but those who feel really that burning desire to share something, how you feel about the support structure right now, what's happening, the communication with the live, the communication on Zoom, what do you like more, or can we keep both for certain reasons? That would be really helpful.
Yes, Pia.
How do
Can I
you
just
feel
share
for your
something?
business right now? Amina, sorry.
Yes, sorry, Pia. The reason why I did the video, the Big Five, is that mostly we get the customers and they do buy the products, but then the 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 way they go is they only think it's for breakfast, and then they maybe just order a shake, a tea, or they do the breakfast kit, the shake, tea, and aloe. But when you introduce those specific products and you tell them that you can also do it as a snack time, and you can use it during the day, even have it for a late at night when you have your nightcap, where you use the same products, and you introduce it to them. How important is it? And that is how the one customer that I was actually chatting with today, she was telling me, you always show the Big Five, and what is the Big Five all about? And how I get to the customer basically was just viewing my status on WhatsApp. The same, I'm not so on the Facebook so much and Instagram, but mostly on my WhatsApp. And when I view the status, I actually go in and see that this person is every day just viewing my status, and I'm asking her like, how are you doing? And I see that you're actually just viewing my status. Is there anything
Amina,
that
sorry to interrupt you there. Sorry, Amina, sorry to interrupt
Yes.
you there. I want to have it as a leader's call. This is not a training call right now, but I would suggest that Amina is doing a training on live on Friday. How do you feel about it?
No problem.
You do a training on, so we have Nuran for tomorrow on how to get new business partners, new members, what you're doing currently, Nuran, okay? And we get
Yeah.
Amina on Friday, how do I get customers? Are you cool with that?
Yes.
I'm cool with that.
Everybody accepts that? I need it's just a suggestion to the team.
Yep.
Very cool. Awesome. Fantastic.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So back to my question. Support structure. Happy with it, what we have? If you don't want to say something, just show me thumbs up. If you want to say something, I also appreciate.
Can I say something?
Pepe, with pleasure.
With me, I think as much as people are used to WhatsApp, I think Facebook is going to work for everyone. Because my thing is, most of the prospects that we find, we don't find them on WhatsApp, because those are people that we already have on WhatsApp. You find them on Facebook. Now, when you want to invite them to WhatsApp, most of them tell you, I don't do WhatsApp, because I think Facebook, you get Facebook free or whatever, so it's easier for them. So now we can't take them from there and want to bring them to WhatsApp. And like I said, the information on Facebook stays there forever, whereas on WhatsApp, it's constantly having to be redone, and the trainings on products, how many years have Bia been doing them? But now that we have them on Facebook, we just have to go back and refer to that. So I think these structures that we're creating now are going to work well for all of us. But that's just me, because the young people are on social media that side. WhatsApp is for old people. Just say. I'm also one of the old people.
Thank you, Pepe.
I
Actually,
think
one thing I wanted to say, sorry, the thing is, with this lockdown, guys, I was talking to my friend, I said, can they just let lockdown go on for a longer time? Because I got a message from someone that I spoke to in 2018. He ignored me, and yesterday he sent me a message. So I was like, wow. Took lockdown, 2 years later, I get a message from this person. So people are now actually looking for this opportunity. So all we have to do is be out there and talk to people. And yeah, that's my 2 cents. Thank you, guys.
Powerful what you said, Pepe. And I see actually in the future that we shift a little bit from WhatsApp, that we have WhatsApp maybe for the quick communication in between, yeah, have quickly that question or that question, but that mainly welcoming of a new member, all of that stuff happens really on Facebook. When you think one step further now, at the moment, we are developing new skin customers through our No Filter Challenge. These people will be used to Facebook already. So when they start to use the skincare and they are on our 30-day skin challenge, they are even more used to lives on Facebook. They even don't bother about any WhatsApp group anymore. And if they start on our nutrition program, we have already our Challenger support group, where everything is about the eating and recipes and stuff like that. So maybe our 21-day challenge, what most of us run on WhatsApp, dies sooner or later a little bit. And because we attract more people through Facebook, what Pepe is saying right now, they use Facebook anyway. They don't want to have the WhatsApp where it's beam, 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 beam the whole time. And it's taking a lot of data. They rather look in the evening or when they have a lunch break through their Facebook. So this is where I can see the future, so that we then develop a customer, or when we find somebody directly on social media and we add them to our members group, we don't need to teach them these skills anymore, what we have to learn right now, because they already have that upbringing with Facebook or with social media. They might be even better than, I don't know about you, but probably much better than me on social media. Yeah. This is why I'm getting so excited what we develop in the background, and give you there also quickly an update. You know, I was talking about the 8.M group, where we create that money-making machine, that Facebook group where we can basically send in people who get the business information. I'm very, very excited because Shanaz and who was working? Shanaz, Liesel, Pepe, Sherwin. I miss one person. Who else was working with us?
Ruxana.
Shana.
Yeah. So we were all working together. Ruxana, yeah. We were all working together to get that group together. And I sent off yesterday the content, and it's looking so amazing. Already looking at all the videos, what we put together, and some of you shared your story with me so that I can put it up. It can't wait till we have it ready. But what it means is basically when we find now Nuran is doing, I see already Nuran is doing their training, how we get people on Facebook or on social media. Now we put them into our 8.M group, which is called basically Possibilities for You. I share a secret with you already. You won't find it right now because it's not done yet. The American guys still work on it, but was sent yesterday to them. Yeah. But how does that sound already? Possibilities.
I like the name here, sorry.
And they come through that, where they can watch about the company, and they can see your video, and they can see about the products, and they can see about our support, and they can see everything. They can even see our nice video clip what Sherwin put together for us, where we said you are not alone, and whatever, you know, that video with the music, what he made so awesome, life-changing heroes. Even that video you will find there again. And at the end of that, we have a couple of units, and unit 8 is frequently asked questions. And you know what comes there? How to make an online application. And that video, what we have already for Herbalife, says already you need now the Herbalife ID number from the person who invited you. So yeah, it needs just, we need to develop the skills of follow-up, but that's just on a side note. So Pepe, you are so spot on. I think WhatsApp will be for us just a quick, I need this, or I have a customer that, or can I get you for a 3-way? My dream is that we have WhatsApp where I can post, I need somebody for a 3-way call who is 19 years or younger, who is available for a 3-way call.
Yeah.
I see our future, and this is already a future note as well. I want that you start to do more 3-way calls. What do I mean with a 3-way call? That when I have somebody who is an attorney, and I know Liesel is an attorney, what must I tell Liesel's story? Why don't I make a 3-way call through Messenger or through WhatsApp, where we have a video call? Each one can see each other and can say, Liesel, could you just tell quickly, Mary is also an attorney, a little bit about your story and how you got through the whole story, and share your story. Stuff like that, I want to see that happening in the future. So when we talk about more online support, means not that Facebook is working for us. We are working with the technology. It's basically like a toolbox, but if you don't use the tool and put the nail in the wall, then you cannot hang up the picture, if that makes sense. Yeah. So this is where we need to be very, very focused and work close with each other and say, I understand this, but I still don't understand that. Let me explain to you. So, and we need to understand the pace we are running as leaders here, that we must not forget to take our members with us along, that they also know how it works. The new ones we get in will be a little bit easier, I think, because they come through social media more. The ones we have right now come more button contact and talking to people directly, circle of influence, but now we tap into a complete new market, which makes us all excited. Yeah, so we need to balance that there. This is why I said in the beginning, we need to work so close together. This is not the time for feeling lonely or being alone or I do my own thing. This is about sharing, caring, telling each other, having understanding for each other, time commitment, having understanding that some learn slow, some learns fast, some understands already, understanding that there's confusion with the different Facebook groups, all of that stuff. Liesel, you opened up. I think you want to say something.
Yeah, I was just reading some of the comments that that Olivia and Amina actually posted on the chat now, and I think it's important that everyone understands it's not that we want to do away with WhatsApp, but I think in terms of the kind of support we can give to our teams and what we can give to our members and how we can grow our businesses is going to be a whole different ball game using platforms like Facebook and even Instagram, because the same principles that you apply on Facebook and finding people you can find on any of the other social media platforms as well. And I don't think that there's that many people that have a smartphone that don't have Facebook as well. So for the small percentage of people that don't have Facebook, it's not that difficult to teach them how to create a profile. Even if they choose to not build their business through social media, and can teach them how to create a profile on Facebook, add them to the Life Changing Heroes group so that they can at least access the information. Something important that we learned in that social media course that we did is that if there's something that you have to repeat over and over and over and over again, find a way how you can automate it. Because when you can automate training or when you can automate things that you use all the time, you actually free up your time. So a lot of the product trainings and those kinds of things that we do, if we start teaching our members, and it's going to be up to us as leaders to empower them to say, hey, you know, let's not give people the answer, let's show them where to find the answer. And yes, you're probably going to have to do that a few times, but eventually we'll get some of the older guys, I mean the guys who have been around already, to transition to that. But the new guys that come through social media, it will be an easy transition because that's the only way they will know. But if we teach them how to use those, how to make use of those platforms and where to find the information, it frees up all of us to not having to do the same training over and over and over again. We can basically say, if your member contacts you and says, listen, I'm not entirely sure, how do I explain the stamp program to someone? And we can go onto Facebook and say, listen, there was actually a training that Amina did. It was a live video recording. It's available there. I'm going to go and tag you in that training. Go and watch that and then write down any questions that you have and we can chat afterwards if it still isn't clear.
Yeah, that's good.
So you're not having to spend half an hour, 45 minutes doing a training that someone else has already done. So WhatsApp is still going to play a critical part because those are for the quick messages. Those are for like also welcoming new members. That's also for sharing important notifications about things that are happening. So WhatsApp definitely has a place, and there's no intention on our part to do away with it. But a lot of the bombardment of information, and even for me, sometimes if I haven't been on the map group for a while to go back on, I'm like, holy cow, what happened here? I'm like scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. So we want to clean it up a little bit. And a lot of the content that we provide on WhatsApp can actually be done on Facebook, and it can be there available permanently. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to share to give you guys a little bit of an overview. So it's not replacing anything else. It's just using it in a smarter way and at the same time helping you to run your business more effectively and teaching your members to do exactly the same.
Thank you, Liesel.
Yeah.
And
I
surely,
fully
surely
agree with
to
Liesel.
add on to that one, we would never take a tool away without discussing it here on this level. Never ever. So here is no boss. Here is even not a group of people who decide what needs to go. When we develop something, then obviously it's always for the team, for everybody. This is why we include everybody. But when we take something away, we will always discuss that before on this level, that we know how we feel about it or not feel about it. So this must be very, very clear. Here is not, this is not a one-man show. Yeah, when you look at me, I don't wear any pin. I wear my Herbalife 24 shirt like you as well, or some of you, nothing else. So this is what I want to make clear, especially tonight. I'm so entirely proud of all of you. And some of you can't be on the call tonight, as I said earlier, and I understand it's a very religious day for some of you. But I'm so proud of, I feel actually the lockdown has brought us closer together. And I was always, I was really hoping, when I say even praying for that we grow closer together. The weekend which some of us had together, I honestly feel it should happen again. So this is why I hope lockdown is gone one day and we can do it in one form or another again, because I think on this level, when we play together, we also grow a little bit more together. The braai we had together, the food we shared together. So I think on this level, we really need to do something like that on a supervisor level, where we can grow and grow and grow and grow together. The way you all appear at the moment with such a positive attitude, I'm so proud of you. I mean, what each one of you has already brought across, if it is the motivation on the Fit Club, when I ask a question, there's immediately answer, there's immediately, no, I do it, no problem, it's sorted, Bea, you don't need to take care of that. I'm so impressed. I'm so grateful for that way of working together. This is really how we can move forward. I would like to take the last couple of minutes before we end the call. I mean, obviously, if you want to say something or ask something, but if there is no further question, then I would like to take the opportunity to just make a little bit of throwback to the LDW. When we were at the LDW, maybe remember, they were launching a royalty club. And I wanted to share quickly the slides with you because we got them finally released. And I thought it's a good thing actually we go through that together, because it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense basically to relook. And some of you are brand new supervisors. It affects you in a big way. But all of us, what we actually want to have is growing our royalties. Am I correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Good. Because when we want to go get and beyond, we need to grow some royalties somehow. So let me let me share that presentation with you. For some, it's very generic because you know a lot of that stuff already. For some of you, it's really maybe taking notes from what you don't understand, where I'm too fast, and I will explain it to you a little bit more deeper. I need to click on share here. Share screen, that's the Royalty Club. Slideshow from beginning. Any questions before I start with that, to what we discussed before, or any more comments at the moment? No? Okay. So the presentation won't be too long because, as I said, the things which are clear for me, everything is clear. For some of you, lots of that stuff is also super clear. For some of you, you will struggle with some of the slides to understand. I really ask you take note what you don't understand. And then I would suggest rather send me a personal message. And then we make a call where we discuss it separately and don't take time from them away who know already, okay? And so it must be not embarrassing for you that you don't understand certain things. That's completely normal, because it took me approximately a year to understand the marketing plan. And then another year that I understood royalties. So I was earning already royalties, I was already getting, and I still didn't understand. So you don't need to understand everything, but sometimes it's good to understand, okay? So quickly, we have, and interesting enough, you saw maybe my comment on the WhatsApp group this morning. A brand new member has a member already in the downline, and she's asking, how do I get these royalties and bonuses and the wholesale profit? So if we don't explain our members the whole marketing plan, if we only put them only on the level of earning income when they sell a product, they will always think small. But what you want to write down, our goal is actually to develop a member to a supervisor within 3 to 4 months. And therefore, we must make them excited about the wholesale profit. We must make them excited about the royalties, what they can earn. So the 4 types of income, what you can earn is the retail profit, which we know, wholesale profit, you know. Then we have the royalties. The royalties you only can earn when you have supervisors in your downline. So therefore, you want to create the royalties. And this is the reason why Herbalife has created, and this is only Herbalife South Africa, has created the Royalty Club, which is now the first time happening in 2020. And this is especially for those who are new supervisors since February 2020 and developing supervisors in their downline. So it targets not the old people like me, it targets, not old in age, okay, old supervisors, I mean, it targets the brand new member who becomes now a supervisor or became a supervisor, like Shamila and Fakir, Shamila and Noor, for example. They just recently became supervisor. When they create their first supervisor, they are part of the Royalty Club as soon as they earn their royalties. So now we need to understand, obviously, volume points. So this is stuff what we want to understand for ourselves, but sooner or later also teach our members. And you know, it's also part of our Thursday WhatsApp training. And at another call, I would like to discuss that WhatsApp training, what we do on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday with you. So if I could ask you basically, have a look at it when we play it again on this week and next week. And thank you very much for the leaders who take responsibility for that right now. But maybe we find a way to make it even more automated on our Facebook group so that we don't need to replay it all the time and take again the data from the people. So volume points, obviously we need to understand, but then we also need to understand that the volume points are tracked, and this is what we need to explain our members. If we explain our members, hey, when you have 500 volume points, you get to the 35%. But if we don't explain them the full picture, that volume points are tracked to help you to achieve a higher discount, higher marketing plans levels, the recognition, increase of your earning potential, but also the opportunity to attend special trainings, vacations, and other promotions. So what we see a lot is that people are very focused to collect their volume points. And I say now really with a meaning, collect their volume points, that they get their branded smartphone. And then already it's a little bit lacking to get to the 4,000, but it's still like driven now by the 50%. But they don't understand that the real earnings happen actually after they have achieved the 4,000 volume points. But this is where they miss it completely, because they have no idea of the increase of the earning potential and no idea of special training, vacation, other promotion, stuff like that. So we as leaders need to think more and more, how can we develop really our members? How can we validate our members? How can we recognize our members in a way that they get an understanding of all of these things? So meaning also when we recognize somebody to the 35% level, not just, yay, new senior consultant, it's already a step towards the supervisor level. Oh, wow, you're getting closer and closer to the supervisor level, so that people start to look at the supervisor level. Yeah. When you recognize somebody because they got their 500 volume point, it's maybe interesting to talk with them. Hey, how many customers have you got? Yeah. I have 3 customers. Hey, that's awesome. How many members do you have? no members. Let's get more members, because think now, when we get a couple of members, yeah, let's aim that we get 5, 10, 20 members in your team, yeah, so that they also get an understanding there. I think you understand what I'm aiming for. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, super.
More members.
So this is basically where we show them their whole marketing plan level. Yeah. So we need to find a way in the future always to show the entire marketing plan up to the president team level, the chairman's club, and the founder circle. People need to see that it's a journey. It's not supervisor is stop or world team is stop. Yeah. This is actually where the real life starts to happen. And this is the serious beginning, actually. So our journey is, yes, from member, senior consultant, qualified producer to supervisor. Yeah. So this is what you all know. I go quickly through that. We know the member 25%. We know the senior consultant 35%. The qualified producer within 3 months, 2,500. But this should be already achieved with at least 1,500 downline volume. So ideally, yeah. So when you take the 2,500, take a note of that one. 1,000 must be personal purchase volume, but 1,500 can come from downline. And when we build it well for a brand new member, then they have already the 1,500 volume points with downline members, because that sets them up for the royalties later. If we don't create members under the members and develop them at the same time towards senior consultant and qualified producer, that means we are not developing supervisors with royalties. But you need supervisors with royalties in your downline in order to qualify for the GET team sooner or later. So when we look at supervisors accumulate 4,000 volume points in 1 month, so it's in 1 month up to 12 months, but obviously you don't want to leave it just for whenever it's done, it's done. When we develop in the future more members who come for business, we need to get our head around that we develop them with every tool what we put out there, that we develop them in 3 to 4 months to the supervisor level. With a team. Because I mean, when they don't have members underneath them, they will not create royalties for themselves. So this is where we need to be careful with our language. If we only talk about discount, discount, discount all the time, this is why I stopped some of you not talking all the time about, I came for the discount.
Right.
When we use that language all the time, all our people come just for the discount. So it's be careful, yeah. And I asked some of you, so why did you really join the business? Why do you want to make more money now? And you're not just interested in the discount anymore. And each one of you told me a reason. And this was reasons which were, oh my word, they made me goosebumps. And this is part of your story, not the discount. Forget about the discount. You understand what I mean? We need to get to the nitty-gritty. Why do people sign up? They don't come just for the discount. If they come for discount, they have not enough money. Why don't they have enough money? How much money do they want to earn? So talking about the volume points, we need to understand the total volume on a supervisor level. So downline volume together with the personal purchase volume is your total volume. So you on a supervisor level, you want to get your total volume to 2,500, then 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. And those who were away with me on the weekend, we were talking about we aim for 10,000 every single month. This is why I love, love, love our lunch meetings, what we have right now. Yeah, because you can see these people are growing fast because they have on their agenda 10,000 volume points every single month. So if you want to get going and growing, We need to have more members in our downlines. We need to have more DLV. Yeah. So when you're on a supervisor level, at least aim for 1,000 PPV. And then PPV, basically your customers you serve and your own personal consumption. And the rest, the DLV, members. So now you structure basically 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 members. When you build on members every single day, every single week, and get more and more members and activate the members with the big five, like Amina did show us that today in the video clip, then it's basically that you get more and more volume together, not just the 2.5, because the more members you add every single day, every single week, every single month, this is creating more and more your 3,000, your 4,000, your 5,000. And this is where we need to open our mind. Everything happens first in your mind. I think somebody shared it yesterday, or was it today? I think Liesel was it today, in her personal development, in her motivation this morning. Thoughts are forces. Your thought, when you create a thought, when you create a mindset of a 10,000 every single month, when you get that in your head and it's normal and it becomes normal, when you get a film to yourself every single day, and I'm gonna do 10,000 this month, I'm gonna do 10,000. And it might not happen in the first month, but if you have that clearly as a vision, I guarantee you, you make more activity. I guarantee you, when you affirm that to yourself every single day, you say, I make this month 10,000 volume points. And I say not I want to, you tell yourself, I'm gonna hit 10,000 this month. This is, the more your mind believes it, the more the action follows. You know, when Garen Jones always say, where focus goes, energy flows. That's that stuff, yeah? So personal purchase volume, you know already, I don't need to explain to you. Download volume, I think I don't need to explain it to you. If so, please make a note and just send me later on a message. So the goal is to collect as many volume points per month as possible. And this is where, as possible, you need to have a clear, fixed mind on a number where you can affirm to yourself that it becomes one day reality. So the earnings from Herbalife is the retail profit, the wholesale profit, the royalties, and the bonus. And I know already some of you will ask me for the presentation, and I don't mind to share the presentation at all. But still, I want that you don't just save the presentation and send it to your member. You need to take them through. And probably we do it that we take them through. And this is basically on a higher level already for a supervisor. This is why I wanted to share it first with you. So this is how you calculate the retail profit, what we do in the Thursday evening WhatsApp training anyway. And then you create a team of productive members who have customers. So offer your customers and invited prospects the Herbalife opportunities, sponsor them as members. As members, they will have the ability to retail the Herbalife nutrition products and build a team of members. So now they get the wholesale. So coaching your member to become a supervisor, this is basically just doing what you have done already. This is mentor, guide, assist, lead, support. This is what we build a support structure right now together as well with all our trainings. Because we want, all what we want to have is that our members get more customers and more members. So it's not just you getting more customers and members, it's our members in our teams getting more customers and members. So we coach our member basically in their journey becoming a supervisor. And that's maybe the most trickiest part to understand for all of you. And if you don't understand it, make a note of it. When you have supervisors in your downline, you earn royalties. dependent on how big your personal volume is. Again, total volume. So if you have less than 500 total volume points, and again, I repeat, total volume is personal purchase volume together with your downline volume. So when you have less than 500, you get 0% of royalties. If you have between 500 but under 1,000, 1%. And you see it basically, you have 1,000, you get 2%, you have 1,500, you get 3%, you have 2,000, 4%, 2,500, 5%. So to get the full royalties, you want to have the 2.5 minimum. So this is the time where we all need to wake up, and all our supervisors need to wake up, that 2,500 is the minimum, it's not the maximum. So 2,500, when you want to grow supervisors in your downline so that you earn royalties, we want to have the 2,500 that you get the full royalties. But in order to grow, you rather go towards the 10,000. So I don't want to go to the royalty overrides now. So this is basically everybody who is now a brand new supervisor this year and is creating supervisors in his downline, they become part of the royalty club, where they get an extra pin, extra recognition, and all of that stuff. But more important is this is a tool for you, that you help your members to get into the royalty club, because it will create for you at the same time the Get team. So this was quite a lot to take in for this late hour, I know. So I hope you took a couple of notes, and I hope you could understand. I know we were talking with the weekenders already quite a bit about it. But this is quite an interesting thing where you want to think about. It's all about really understanding the promotions, what we have for our people. The branded smartphone, the royalty club, the people who go to the extravaganza and want to have the VIP seating and have 10 people at least at the extravaganza. All these promotions. So when we do on Tuesday the WhatsApp training with all the promotion, you want to be clear about all the different promotions, that you don't forget what is important for your members. And this is where we need to bring also together, and this is why I wanted to share it with you, where we need to work together to bring clarity, or let me put it another way, we need to arrange it that we all have clarity about the promotions, about the marketing plan, and this needs probably repetition, that our people understand where they can earn the money. So that's what I wanted to share at the end with you. I know it's a little bit tough actually to end with something like that, which is a boring presentation, but at the same time, showing you basically where your money lies. And this is the journey where we are on, where we started now to develop different tools to attract more members, to make more activities, to have support structure for more members. The only thing basically what is then happening is, when we have all these support structures, what we need to do massively, filling the funnel. So if we don't fill massively people in, we can have the most beautiful structure, what we have, but we don't have an outcome. Does that make sense in a way?
Yeah.
Yes, Pia.
So this is why we need to have a lot of input. What activity did you do? How did you get your customer? How did you get your member? How do you activate your member? So we need to ask ourselves all the time, what do I do with my member to activate my member? And yesterday evening late, Liesl tagged me on it, and Sherwin sent me the link then, because I forgot completely about it. There was another social media marketing training going on from a network marketing professional, Eric Worre. Some of you follow him, some of you not. And so late at night, we found ourselves having another cup of tea and just following that guy who was talking till it was after 12 o'clock when he finished off. Huh? So I actually got the last 1.5 hours. But what I found interesting there, actually, the first guy who was talking also about making contact with people. And this is maybe the note I want to finish that call off. He was talking about making contact with people, and that we need to be sensitive with the people, that we don't jump basically on them with, hey, you lost your job, try Herbalife, or do Herbalife, or hey, you're fat, take Herbalife. Yeah. So that we're a little bit sensitive in these days and ask, I overdo it, but you know how I mean it. That when we start conversation with the people at the moment, really asks on a sincere note, how are you? How is the family doing? What's going on? Yeah. So that we build up a conversation. And I would like to share there a little bit more at maybe on a live for the group. But what was interesting, he was talking about, look, when you meet people on the street and you talk one-on-one, you have a higher rate in building a quick relationship of liking each other and can continue with the communication. Whereas when you do make contact on social media, you probably need to contact 10 to have one flowing conversation going. And this helped me big time yesterday to hear, because obviously we all make our contacts on social media. And I realized with myself, when I make now contact with a couple of people and they don't respond to me, then I get quite despondent to contact more people, because I then think, am I saying the wrong thing? Am I doing something wrong here? Why don't they respond to me? And I just was friendly and said, hey, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I got actually yesterday, we got a brilliant text. I will share it later on with you in a chat. But it was brilliant. And when I use that, not everybody responds to it. And it was so helpful when he said from 10, 1. And I needed to be honest to myself. I didn't do my 10 every single day. And this is why I probably didn't get the response. So I learned for myself, I need to improve there drastically and to increase it probably to 30, 40, 50 and find a way and find the time for it to make that amount of contacts every single day, not looking at the outcome, looking basically to make nice startup conversations. And one of these startup conversations, come on, I have it here actually somewhere. He said he starts a conversation, or would suggest to start a conversation with somebody. Hey, I know it sounds a little bit crazy, but I use social media in these times to reach out to people to find out how they are and how is the family doing. And I used that simple conversation today with 8 people, and all of a sudden I get conversation going with 3 people. And we are not at the Herbalife subject right now. It's just ping pong a little bit, learning from each other. And I realized, hey, that's almost like I meet somebody in a coffee place and talk to them, you know, from one coffee table to the other coffee table. And you just be nice to somebody and want to know about somebody till this person asks at one certain level, what are you doing? Or till this person tells me I'm tired all the time. And when the person comes with I'm tired all the time, not jumping on, hey, Herbalife, 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 coming with your story. And this may be in the last note there. He said, share with them your story, but not as a Herbalife salesperson story, share it with them from the heart. It's about showing your heart. And it was so point on, because he said, when you share from your heart, that means you would say, hey, I also was always tired. And I wasn't happy with my shape. And honestly, I was craving coffee all the time and craving chocolate all the time. And then I learned about changing my breakfast. And just by changing my breakfast, I had already more energy. And then I got a little bit more focused in a healthy, active lifestyle, and I dropped 2 pen sizes. And then wait till the person asks you, but what do you have now for breakfast? And take it basically from there, then that you explain a little bit more about the product, explain then that you're a Herbalife coach. So what I mean by that, we need to be a little bit, and this is a word I learned actually in our social media marketing training, we need to be a little bit more nonchalant. We need to have a little bit more heart. Olivia likes that word. We need to have a little bit more heart when we talk to the people, and we need to put ourselves into the shoes of the other person to build a relationship. And this is stuff I can only share it briefly, and I'm just experienced now, because honestly, when I started in social media, I was jumping on the people. If they just said weight loss, I was there as the Herbalife coach, and here you can have my products, and these are the different programs, and blah, 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 blah. And I learned so much now to make it more in a friendly way, like we would meet a person who we don't know at all on the street or in a coffee place, and rather bring it slowly but surely into the direction, learning first what the person needs, and then in a nice way package our story from the heart and then bring it across. So this maybe, I could talk for hours now. I want to finish there. I just want to say thank you that we could have that call together. It helped me personally a lot, especially when you shared with me also what you got so far from our support structure. I hope we can get a leaders call like that a little bit more regular. If you feel for it, please send me maybe a message in the supervisor group, because I think it's now very, very important that we stick together and develop this baby together, or all the babies we have right now at the moment, that we develop it to a support structure which is really the right thing for you. And I want to end off and just say a big, big thank you for the person you are, the effort and love you put into it, each one of you, and give my love also to your families, and really stay healthy, stay indoor, please follow the rules with the lockdown. And thanks for all of you who do still hard work also outside from your homes, because you have to. So thank you very much for that as well, because it helps us all to feel safe at the end of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Pia.
Thank you,
Thank you, Pia.
Just
Thank you,
as
Pia.
a,
Morning.
just as
7
a
o'clock.
note, just as a note for everyone, that training that we listened to last night, there's going to be a replay of that training, because there's a lot of people that had connection issues connecting to that training last night that Eric Worry did. So I got an email today to say that it's going to be there's going to be a repeat made available at some point. So when that is shared, I'll share the link on the supervisor group for those that want to go and watch it.
This would be great. Awesome.
Thank you,
Fantastic.
Lisa.
Awesome. So everybody have a good
Thank you.
evening. Thank you so much. Sleep
Thanks,
well,
everyone.
and see you at 7.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Bye.